Hey, this is Josh. Today is Monday, July 17th, 2017. I had some issues this morning with Gain and NinjaTrader as per usual, so I quit using them, and unfortunately I find the Oanda MT4 platform a little too limiting for me, so now I'm using FX Trader through Oanda. So today I didn't get a lot of trading done, mainly trying to figure out this new platform and get used to it. I came in somewhere around in here. Prices were in a spike and bull channel, so the spike is over here from the sell climax, and it led to a bull channel, which is contained prices for most of the day. Prices were in a small trading range here for a little while. We had a micro double top and a double top. Low 2 sell setup here was an acceptable scalp for a test down to here. However, the bears were unable to generate strong follow-through, and instead prices formed this bull trend line here. Alright, sorry, slight interruption. So I came in around here sometime. I saw this low 2 sell setup. It was at the bottom of a possible bull flag, shorting into potential support. So if you want to take that for a swing, I think it's okay. Otherwise, if you're a scalper, you should probably wait. Turn into a failed low 2 outside big bull bar. I think it's a little risky buying up here because you're buying near the high of the day. Prices failed to break out to a new high strongly, formed a double top and a micro double top here. Would have been better if prices ticked below this bear bar. Would have been a stronger sell setup, which it looks like they did slightly, but probably not enough to fill a stop order down here due to the spread. You could still consider taking a short below this bull bar. It's still a low 2 sell setup. You could consider it a wedge, a small wedge, 1, 2, 3, or a part of a larger wedge, 1, 2, 3 pushes up. This is probably the start of the second leg down from this small wedge top here. So okay, scalp, acceptable scalp to sell below here, just for a test back down into the bottom of this trading range. Prices reversed up from the bottom of the trading range. The bears failed to break out below. The bulls continue to scale in and form this high one buy setup. It was buying above a bear bar, so not very strong. However, we got a high 2 buy setup here. Again, above a bear bar, not all that great, but this was a weak sell setup here. The bears tried for a failed high 2, but it was a weak low 1 off of the bottom of a bull trend line and at the bottom of a bull flag. So you could consider buying below here with the limit order, and you can see that the bears, any bears who had sold down here, exited on this retest down here. So buying above this bar because of that is also a reasonable thing to do if you're taking it for a swing trade. So bull entry, bull follow through, it's back to always in long here. Had another attempt to break out above the trading range, which temporarily failed and formed this was a weak sell setup though, so if a low 2 had formed here, it would have been a reasonable short to take, but instead we got this high 1 buy setup. You're buying into the high of a trading range, so you got to take that for a swing or wait. Some bears or some scalpers may consider selling above that bar, but they would have had to have used a really big stop. So I probably would have exited if I had taken that trade. But okay, swing buy. Pretty good strong bull breakout here, possible measuring gap, and it actually turned out to be a measuring gap. So there's a measured move target based on the height of this bull spike and measuring gap. The bears failed to hold the bull trend channel line, which this trend channel line is probably more like this. And so when the bulls were able to break above the bull trend channel line, prices were likely to make a measured move up based on the height of the channel, which is arguably this measured move or this one here, which was not quite reached. I can't get it to show, but it's somewhere out over here. It came close, but didn't quite reach it. So bull trend channel overshoot. Here's a measuring gap. This is likely to become an exhaustion gap here by climax and reversal. This is a doji bar, so weak sell signal, but reasonable context for a swing down for 2 legs down. So okay to sell below here for 2 legs down. Became always in short here, strong bear entry and follow through. This was a weak low 1 buy setup, but after a buy climax, so a second leg down was likely. So first entry, here's a low 2, lower high, second entry sell setup. Okay, this is probably high enough probability for a scalp, since you're looking for a second leg down. Better to take as a swing, but probably acceptable scalp. Strong sell to close bear trend. Broke the bull trend line, but it's also a second leg down and an EMA gap bar from this outside bull reversal bar. So if I was short, which I had sold here, I was looking to exit on a retest of down to here, and I actually ended up exiting somewhere over here. This was a reasonable buy setup. It's a weak low 1 after a reasonable reversal and the first break of the bull trend line. Here's a second entry for this setup. Good. This would have been better taken as a swing buy. Buying below here is an acceptable scalp, and buying above here, the second entry, is an acceptable scalp. And I think prices went pretty much 10 pips and reversed through here. 69. 10 pips is somewhere around in here. So was always in short, back to always in long here on the bull follow through. Weak sell setup below this bar here. Didn't go very far. Formed a failed high 1. Better looking sell setup, but still not very strong compared to the strong buying. It's a double top bear flag, or bears are attempting to form a channel, and for a little while I thought a bear channel was going to form, like so, but the bears were unable to hold. So high 1, high 2, it's above a bear bar though. It's also a variant of a failed low 2, first entry, second entry. Weak sell setup. Probably better to wait if you're not long from down here. Here's a failed low 2, but again you're buying above a small tight trading range and above a bear bar, and near a possible lower high major trend reversal. We had the break in 2 EMA gap bars, so this is likely to become the final flag of the bull trend. So second leg up here, bullish or bearish stride for a lower high major trend reversal. It's a second entry sell signal, an II sell signal. Reasonable swing short, but getting late into the day, so probably not going to go very far. Unless the bears demonstrate really strong strength. You could consider this a final flag reversal, and this is the first entry, and this is the second entry. So we had a small tight trading range, failed breakout above, second entry short. Sorry, I cut off at 10 minutes. So I think I was talking about this sell setup here. It's a final flag, small final flag, small tight trading range, failed bull breakout, second entry short. It's also a third entry, 1, 2, 3. This is an outside bull bar, but it's also a failed bull breakout. However, prices have just entered this small tight trading range here. Haven't gone very far since then. Possible wedge top forming now. Small wedge top, 1, 2, 3 pushes up. Could lead to 2 small legs down. Bears want to test the middle of this tight trading range, or the bottom of this start of the bull channel, either here or here. I question if they'll get there today, possibly overnight or tomorrow. As of right now, prices are continuing to trend higher weekly, but still continuing higher, and the bears are not selling aggressively. So not a bad day today, just little bit of a headache from this gain issue. If you're using gain, I highly recommend not, or if you're considering it, I'd highly recommend using Oanda. I tend to like this platform better than MT4. MT4 is kind of limiting, at least I think it is. But so far, I'm liking this platform. It's reasonable and free. So, all right, that's about all I had for today.